Welcome back. She's back. I told you I was coming back. I told you. And the ones that have not yet subscribed and don't know me, I am Betty J Gathers. Subscribe, like, and share. And make sure you turn on those notifications so you'll know when I'm on here all the time. Oh, but today I want to talk about something really interesting. I've been wanting to do this for a little while, and I'm not going to make it long. I'm going to limit it, but I want to talk about, and this is especially true for my grandchildren and my children, that and people that really don't know me about me growing up in the '60s. This might end up being a two-parter, but I want to keep it limited. I might talk about it some more. And I'm hoping my dog don't lose his ball because then he's going to act like an idiot till I go get it. So anyway, I want to talk about the 60s. I was born in the mid-50s in West Palm Beach in a two-story house, I think 701 Tamarind Avenue on a corner, two-story in West Palm Beach, Florida. There was a barbecue business, I remember, and maybe a bar on the other side. And also, there was just a lot of activity going around. And I also remember, too, as I'm remembering, that there were a lot of Black-owned businesses. I do remember that because, you know, it was segregation time also. By the time I was 4 or 5, because we lived with my grandma, and we used to call her Mom, and we used to call my mama by her first name, Jean. And we moved when I was 4 or 5, to a new house that she got. We were one of the fortunate ones. I can't say, she owned her house outright. And really that was from a lawsuit that her husband, he died on an electric line. And they called him Jay. And we moved into that house out from my grandparents. And I can remember still calling my mom Jean. And her first, her best friend she finally got us to start calling her mama. I forgot about that a little bit. Another thing too, we didn't call our aunts and uncles. We called them by their first name. I can remember maybe somebody else in my family did, but I can't remember that. But what I can remember, I'm trying to speed it up a little bit. I know by 1960, I started the school. And it was walking distance, okay? And I can remember that walking and going back. I also did kindergarten, which was rare. And the reason my mom sent me to kindergarten, she had to pay for it, was because my sister didn't go. And it was hard for her first years of school, going to school. So she really didn't want me to go every day crying. So when it was time for me, I was ready, okay? And we did a lot of reading. I read very early. I don't know if I was comprehending, but I know I was reading. I always loved to read anyway. And we also went to the library a lot. I lived in the public library. And elementary was pretty good, probably until about 3rd or 4th grade. And then after that, let me back up. Boop, boop, boop. No, maybe I'll go to there. Let me go. Then we went to junior high after that. And that started in 7th grade. 7th to 9th, you went to junior high, which now is middle school. But I can remember at the end of the day, running home to the 3-channel black and white TV to see Superman. I can remember that, running home to see Superman. Also, I would every day go outside and play with my friends. We would play, I'm not going to even say till the lights came on, because I know we were well in before the dark. I hear a lot of people saying about till the dark came on. But once we went in, every night, my mom made dinner. It was a meat, it was a rice, it was a veggie, black-eyed peas. This was my favorite dinner. Fried chicken, black-eyed peas, and white rice, and cornbread on the side. So that was basically, we got those heavy meals at night. And then usually on the weekend, we would have like that. It wasn't bread pudding, it was the bananas with the vanilla pudding. I can't think of the name of it right now, but everybody had that. Banana pudding? I would guess so. It was something called like that. But I can remember having that. And we walked a lot too. We walked a lot. That's why we probably stayed thin. We walked a lot. There were very few people that I can remember being overweight, maybe about one or two that I truly took. Probably, I was 18, but because we didn't eat any fast foods. I and the reason I say that because with the black owned businesses that we went to, we did have like chili hot dogs, barbecue. We had all that other stuff, but still it was basically home cooked. Even though it was in the restaurant, it was in the kitchen. And even our high school, we had, you will not believe this, we had liver and onions. You give that to kids now. We had liver and onions. We had mashed potatoes and some kind of vegetable and a dessert. Okay. That's why I say us baby boomers and the older people, that's why we're basically healthy. We ate good. We didn't eat a lot of junk. The first fast food that I ate was Kentucky Fried Chicken. I can remember that. Kentucky Fried Chicken was the first fast food that I ate. No McDonald's, no Burger King, none of that, because we couldn't go, to those places. But when you're younger, I try to think about that back in those days. But I can even remember looking on the TV, which we only had 3 channels, black and white. And I can remember the dogs attacking African Americans, well, black people, what they were called then, or Negroes. But in a child's mind, you're still not understanding what's going on the TV. So as a child, it really doesn't affect you because you're born into it, you're raised into it. Even when I started riding like the bus to work out on Palm Beach, by that time we could sit on the front of the bus. I graduated in '73 and we got graded high school wise in Florida and all over was about 10th grade because the government said if they didn't do it, they was going to hold money back because it was supposed to be done in the 60s. So about 10th grade we're the first, and I think we're the people that a lot of people need to talk to really get a good history at that time because you still got the voices and the mouths to tell about that part of the history. It was hard that first year. The kids, it wasn't the kids. Honestly, it wasn't the kids. It was the parents and it was the teachers. Um, and I don't know what happened to the African American teachers. I'm not going to take this off onto where you think I'm going to take it off to. But I never thought about it. What happened to them because we all ended up with Caucasian teachers. So I don't know. But at that time, that first year was really hard. But after that, graduation time, it kind of all blended in. Still I want to say we were separate at school. Okay, even though we were integrated classes, we went to lunch, it was separated. We sat in the gym for pep rally, black on one side, white on the other. So that's just the way it was until I graduated anyway. So I would say after graduation, I would say it really wasn't bad because most people went to college. The majority of kids went to college at that time. Even if they had a baby, they went to college. That was just high on the list. Graduation was high on the list. I went to vocational school while I was in high school. You went to high school half a day, then you would go to vocational school. And I took sewing in vocational school, which really helped my skills because I sewed for a long time. Now nobody does it. They don't even know how to stitch anything, hardly even if the hem comes out. So even that skill's being lost. But my parents ended up moving when I was about 18. And a lot of people think too, and I'm gonna back up, that it was a horse and carriage days. And it really wasn't. We had cars, we had buses. We had trains for sure, but it seem like a lifetime ago. I can remember thinking, and I'll never forget that when we got into year 2000, and I think I said this on another video, that we were going to be driving cars in the sky like the Jetsons were doing. I mean, we got cars that self-driving themselves, so we're pretty close. But it's amazing when I think as a child how far off it was. But all I really want to say is, like I said, I'm not going to make this too long, that the only difference to me is right at this point, it's not much of a difference. you know, I would have thought that the racial divide would have changed more. But we're a work in progress. We are a work in progress. I can say that. And we're just going to continue to try to, be the best that we can be. But I just wanted you to know the 60s was not as archaic as some think it was. People were intelligent, people were going to college, people were getting married. I say the only thing that has intensified everything is the internet, because we know everything, everybody business, everything per se. And I can even say with schooling, my schooling was excellent. Excellent. That's all I can say. I don't know what the school system is now, but I can say the public school at that time, it was phenomenal when I think back, because I will always remember, and I think I did this in another video about Miss Ruhala. And she was this little short teacher at Suncoast High. And she really brought out my skills in writing and reading and book reports. You just think back. But I just wanted to share a little bit. I told you I wasn't going to make this too long. I'm living in the 60s. Was it as fun as some people think? Yeah, it was. It was fun. People just were different. They always say life was a little bit more simpler. And it was. It was a little bit more simple. But again, I want to say, and I am Betty J. Gathers, daughter of Jean Grey. I like saying that, my mom's name, and then my grandma name, so I just love that. It just feels like it's just a part of you is what it is. After Carrie Robinson, oh, that's my grandma. And my great-grandma name was Mary Robinson, and before that, her maiden name was Shula. Go figure, huh? Oh, but again, y'all come on back. I want you to subscribe. I want you to like. And I want you to share. And why haven't you subscribed? I see all these people looking, but nobody pushing that little button. I know I'm good. Why? Oh, I made that ugly face. But come on back. And again, I am Betty J. Gathers. And I will see you again.